Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Toysrus exclusive A-Force 6-pack Monica Rambeau figure. This figure features almost entirely reused parts, but has a really nice head sculpt, so it's going to be kind of like if you really like the character, you're going to like the figure a lot, and if you don't, then you're probably not going to care so much, but it's part of a 6-pack, so you might as well get it anyways type of deal. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This figure stands roughly 16.5 centimeters to the top of the hair, so to the head it's about 15.5, right around there. And that makes her just shy of 6.25 to the top of her head, and then if you count the hair, closer to 6.5. That's all going to depend on how you have her posed, of course, and then if the head's leaning or not, but the hair does stick up just a little bit. So like I said, this figure is almost entirely reused parts. I don't hate it because the parts aren't terrible. Some of them could be better, but overall it looks okay. It's generally well composed. It looks fine. The jacket still has a lot of nice detail on it, so that helps the figure to stand out. But it has almost no paint on it, and that's relatively disappointing. Now, I get that the figure is supposed to be mostly all black and white, and it's fine. But a little bit of shading would have gone a long way for a figure that's like 80% just solid black plastic. Doesn't look terrible, but it definitely could look better. The bright side is the paint job on the chest and abdomen right here. It's phenomenal. It's incredibly well done. It's very, very clean, and it does look very nice, so I love that they did that. Another bonus point for them is that the white parts are molded plastic except for the headband. That's fine. So there's no issue with white paint or anything like that. It's a nice, almost pearlescent white plastic, and that's a huge bonus point for this figure. Another big bonus point for this figure is the head sculpt and the paint job. It looks really, really good. I would have liked a little bit of shading in the hair. It's definitely not there, and I do miss it a little bit, but it's not terrible because the sculpt is clean enough, and then the face just looks really, really nice. They did use the metallic for the eyes. I gotta tell you, it's starting to grow on me. I kind of wish they wouldn't do that, but it does look okay, so I still kind of like it and kind of dislike it at the same time. The hair is a separate piece from the head, and for the most part that's a good thing, except as you can see right past her ear, I have some glue that's just trailing off into the hair, and you can see the face kind of sticks out above the hair where it connects, but that's hardly noticeable and probably not going to be uniform across all of the instances of this figure, so it's not a real big deal. Now, there's really not much to talk about since there's no paint, so let's go ahead and talk articulation. As you can see, the head is seated properly on the neck, so that's a good thing. But you have a ball peg on the top, which does give you a lot of range. Most of that's unnatural, but it's there. And then you also have the hinge. So yeah, you can kind of see like that, how the neck is not connected properly. You should not be able to lay the chin down that far on the chest. It's a little weird. The shoulders work pretty well on this figure. They have really nice range, so that's nice. Always a good thing. Bicep swivel is just down here, and the hinge is very limited, so you don't have the best of range for the elbows. For the wrists, you have a swivel and a hinge, so that's pretty much standard. Same on both sides. The jacket's really soft, so that's not going to get in the way of anything. And that's good because you get a really nice diaphragm joint on this figure. I've said that they're female figures with the diaphragm joints. It's really, really good articulation. I don't know why they don't use that kind of joint more. I think I prefer it to an ab crunch and a waist swivel. And it does allow for better sculpt, so I don't know. I'm kind of partial to this joint system, so I do like that. For the hips, it's still not great for the hips. They don't go out to the side very far. They do go forward, but it does throw them off at a bit of an angle, but it's not terrible. It's definitely good enough. You have your thigh swivel in there, double jointed knee, which is fine. Some of the joints on this figure are particularly stiff, but none of mine broke, so that is kind of a good thing, I guess. The ankle joint was particularly stiff, and I can't really get it to go any farther than that, but it does go back pretty far, so that's good. And we have our ankle rocker. So aside from a few issues here and there, the neck thing's really not a big deal. It's just something we have to point out. It's not bad. I mean, I kind of like it despite the fact that it's just solid black. If it had some shading on it, a little bit of paint detail would have gone a really long way. But for what it is, I think it's good enough. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that and give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.